was very instrumental in getting me to entertain the troops for a Hometown Heroes Day that we did many years ago. I found his character and integrity are a benchmark. He has served our country, as Mr. Keston, Mr. Baroni, and General Dishner have mentioned, with honor and the highest distinction. His leadership qualities are of the highest caliber. Anthony Schiavi is a man that gets things done plain and simple. He will lead us, he will protect us, and I cannot think of a better person to represent the people of the Cape and Islands District. It's a great pleasure to introduce our next state senator, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Anthony Schiavi.
Well, good evening, and thank everybody for coming here tonight. I truly appreciate your presence here for this kickoff for my Senate campaign for the Cape and Islands District. I also want to welcome all of our elected officials that were mentioned earlier, and to thank you personally for what you do each and every day to better our community. A special thank you to my campaign chairman, Phil Baroni, and my treasurer, Sandra Fife, for their willingness to join in this journey. I would also like to certainly thank my family for their unwavering support that they show me every single day. My beautiful wife, Debbie, our daughter, Holly, and her husband, Justin, and our grandchildren, Faith and Linnea. Thank you for being here. My brother-in-law, Dave Bascom, is here. My sister-in-law, Diane Bascom. Certainly some of our children and our family live out of state and they couldn't be here today, but their love and support means everything to me. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here tonight because there exists an opportunity before us, an opportunity to instill strong, sound leadership back into the Senate for the Cape and Islands District to represent the nearly 170,000 residents in diverse business community, to support Governor Baker and his initiatives to bring our state government back to serving the people by putting forth important legislation like the Municipal Modernization Bill announced on Monday, and previously this year when they established a Community Compact Cabinet, as well as legislation to address critical issues such as the opiate crisis. With all that is going on in our nation and the world, I firmly believe that people inherently want to feel hopeful and positive about the future, and they expect their elected officials to work hard every day to do things for them, make the right decisions, and do the right thing, no matter how difficult they may be. Because they want to see results, they want to feel, see, taste, and smell those things, because they're tired of the overpromising and the under-delivering that seems to make its way into most political campaigns. But winning this Senate seat will play a key role in ensuring the hope and the opportunity are realized for everyone on Cape Cod. And so I stand before you tonight humbled and honored to be in your presence with your support to share a vision with all of you as to why I am the right candidate at the right time to ensure that a strong today and a brighter future for tomorrow becomes reality. Delivering on this means we have a lot of work to do because it's not going to be easy. But you have my firm commitment that if I'm elected senator, I will deliver for you. And because I will bring a proven and tested leadership to this position, earned under some of the most trying circumstances one could imagine, whether it's multiple combat deployments to Southwest Asia, leading the operations group at the 102nd Fighter Wing, and look into the eyes of all of my pilots in the hours and the minutes that followed 9/11 terrorist attacks and wondering whether one of us was going to be asked to shoot down a hijacked civilian airliner, knowing that if we did, we would not be the same after. To leading 1,300 military and civilian personnel through the dark times that resulted from the 2005 base closure decision, and working with our state and our federal legislators to secure their jobs and their futures for them and their families, and we did it. We're stepping into the town manager and police commissioner role where our public safety was in crisis. A lack of public trust existed, and our budget needed immediate attention to secure the financial foundation of our town. As leaders, government officials, and public service, we don't get to choose these things, but the people that depend on us and put us in these positions expect us to act and to lead them through it. I approached all of these challenges, and I will approach all future challenges as a state senator with the same passion, dedication, and commitment to those that I serve, and to be guided by the Air Force core values that are ingrained in all airmen: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in everything we do. I have lived on Cape Cod and called it home since 1992, helped raise a beautiful family, and my 2 wonderful grandchildren are here as 4th generation Cape Cod born and Harwich born. My in-laws, Joan and Charles Bascom, were in their 80s and couldn't be with us here tonight, but they and Chase and Linnea represent both ends of life's spectrum. And it is them, and it's everyone that's in between them that motivates me, that drives me to this place at this time to offer you my vision, my leadership, my energy for all of you and for everyone on Cape Cod. Because not doing so would be an opportunity lost and certainly a mistake, and one which I may never get a second chance at. People today are and should be demanding more from their leaders in public office. And we have to be there for them. We have to do a better job. We can do a better job. And I will work hard every single day to provide you with a government that believes in and practices fiscal responsibility and accountability and transparency as we allocate your precious tax dollars. It doesn't overgovern, is lean and more responsive to its citizens and businesses, that supports our business community and works to promote and sustain year-round job creation and growth that's backed up by a diversified housing stock that the workforce for today and tomorrow can afford to live in. Our economy must be resilient. It must be sustainable. It must be able to adapt and change quickly, whether it's from here or abroad, to make sure that our business community stays strong and our economy continues to grow, because it will provide opportunity and jobs for the young people to encourage them to stay here on Cape Cod and to make it their home. That will commit to returning more local aid to our cities and towns to sustain important services such as our police and our fire departments, our senior and community centers and the services they provide, and our public libraries and all the core services that town governments are expected to give to their residents. That supports and values high quality education for all students and is supported by equitable funding for all Cape and Island school districts. That stands strong and behind our public safety officials and our first responders who are on the front lines every single day to ensure our safety, our well-being, and our health. They must be manned, trained, and equipped to handle any situation from the routine to the chaotic. Addressing the opiate crisis will be key among my top issues because it affects so many people who are addicted to this powerful drug, and not just them, but their families, and it puts stress on our public safety resources and our healthcare system. It will have to be a multi-pronged approach because it is so complex. There is no silver bullet answer to something like this, and it will take a concerted and a combined effort of so many stakeholders to bring a solution home that understands the expectations of our current and future generations, who require and demand of us that we consider sustainability and sustainable practices as we make decisions and chart the course for the future and address the challenges for Cape Cod. Things like water quality, renewable energy resources, and infrastructure to support a growing Cape are just a few of those. And that continue to value its place as a leader in caring for its veterans. With nearly 25,000 veterans living on Cape Cod, we need to continue to do more and to raise the bar in caring for those that have served and sacrificed for the benefit of us and for our nation. They suffer a higher degree of homelessness, joblessness, and suicide than the general population, and we need to act aggressively to address all of those issues and more, especially those being faced by our increasing number of women veterans. I will be a tireless advocate for both them and their families. And lastly, we need to put an end to unfunded mandates that can cripple municipal budgets and force municipal leaders to make difficult decisions that can affect the delivery of important services or education to our children. Addressing all of these issues and more is a tall order, and I certainly understand that. And change won't be easy because change is never easy. But I will bring to the State Senate a strong and demonstrated executive level leadership track record that's backed up by proven, successful, concrete accomplishments. A key role of government is to solve problems for its citizens, and I consider myself a problem solver, somebody that can think out of the box, unconstrained, and with others bring forward innovative solutions in solving complex issues, and I do so with a high degree of energy and a focus on getting things accomplished. I have proven to be a quick study. The military demands that of its most senior leaders, placing us in positions of trust outside of our comfort zone where failure is not an option, and you're expected to lead and to perform from day one. The positive accomplishments I've been able to have in local government have proven that out. from restoring public trust in our police department in less than a year, to working our budget to avoid the reliance on our stabilization fund, to balance the budget by bringing new sources of revenue to the town, by trimming expenses with energy-saving initiatives and healthcare reform for our employees, and zero-basing our budget that allowed us to reallocate resources, that we actually made enhancements to our services in the area of police department and fire department, in our library and our senior and community center. The result of all this work and more led to the town's bond rating being increased twice in 1 year, and people said that's just not possible. Well, I can tell you one thing that you'll get to know about me is that I don't work in the world of no, you can't do that, we've tried that before, that's not possible. Because when I hear those words, it tells me that I can own that opportunity because the other guy's not even going to try. And I see my combination of military and local government leadership experience as a strength with a unique set of skills that will set me apart from any other candidate, and I believe in a positive way. Tonight's kickoff, ladies and gentlemen, is just the beginning, and one which will propel us forward to run a strong campaign through the primary election in September and to the general election in November. The effort and the resources needed in the next 10 months to win this election are extensive, yet vitally important to our success. It's a big district. We have to cover from Mashpee to Provincetown and the islands of Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. But no effort of this size can be accomplished by one person. And although the success and the fare of any political campaign squarely rests on the shoulder of the candidate, and that's me, the support and volunteerism of hundreds of people are needed to get the word out, to put bumper stickers on each of their cars and hand them out to their friends and neighbors, to make phone calls, to put out lawn signs, to encourage people to vote. Our campaign plan, every piece of which will be important to execute flawlessly in order to be successful. It could take as much as every person in this room going out and finding 5 or 10 other people willing to help and willing to volunteer. So as you leave tonight, please take the push cards with you, take the bumper stickers with you, put those bumper stickers on your cars right away. We need to build name recognition, we need to build campaign recognition, hand them out to your friends and neighbors, and we also have volunteer envelopes where you can let us know how you would best like to help our campaign be successful. If you haven't filled one out, please do, take some home, and again, hand them out. As previously mentioned, Teddy, thank you very much to you and your staff for a wonderful evening. You guys are a class act. And lastly, I just want to thank my host committee for sponsoring tonight's event. So a special thank you to Rob and Diane Chamberlain, Liz and Mike Patterson, Phil Baroni, Sandra Fife, Joe Bunce, Dan Chamberlain, Paul Covell, Mike Crossan, Representative retired Tom George, Steve Boyson, Pat Foran, Larry Garbachek, PJ Nyberg, Michael Burgess and Michael Regan, Doug Bohannon, Des Keogh, and Tracy Bolt, Brigadier General retired Jimmy Dishner, Lieutenant retired Donnie Chase, Ray LaFleur, and last but not least, my friend Tony Shepley. In closing, Dan Wolf deciding not to run for re-election put a golden opportunity right here, folks, right in front of us. Now is the time for me and all of us to seize that opportunity to generate grassroots support and excitement across the entire Cape and Islands. Because if we don't, somebody else is going to. And this time is our time to bring a new voice to the State Senate for the Cape and Islands, a fresh voice and a louder and stronger voice for all of us. And I would be honored to be that voice for all of you. Real quick, and somebody wants to say something here real quick. Hold on. This is Linnea.
Kimo for Senate. Kimo for Senate.
How can you say no to that? Just real quick, I just want to leave you with a couple of things for us to think about as we leave here tonight. Somebody passed me some information last night. I just wanted to let everyone know to try to keep Ricardo Barros in your thoughts and prayers. He's dealing with a difficult time right now. He has asked for everybody's thoughts and prayers. I know he's friends with many, many people in this room. as he deals with his difficult medical issue. And I know his family and he would appreciate your thoughts and prayers. And please keep in mind our service members who are deployed away from family and friends over the holiday season, many of them in harm's way. Keep them in your thoughts and prayers as well. And lastly, always a special place in our hearts for our Gold Star families each and every day, and not just at the holidays. Thank you for coming. God bless us all. God bless the United States of America. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming.